Good morning. I am Kevin Price talking to you about you and your business. Delighted to be here. Got Sigmund Kramer. He's sitting way over there. And it seems like it's been forever since we've chatted.
It has been forever. I didn't even remember what you sounded like, looked like, or smelled like.
I've been out quite a bit, everything from illness to just a lot of logistical things. Do you want to warn the listener that in April, I'm going to be gone quite a bit in April as well on assignment, doing some programming regarding the TV show, plus some stuff that will show up on the radio show as well. So I'm going to be gone quite a bit. You're going to have some guys like William Edmondson and Bill Napick and some of these great guys that guest host that make you not miss me at all.
Oh, well, we still miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because someone else is here.
Better than me.
No.
They're not better. They're just different. As my mom would have said. They're just different from you. They're not better. Anyway, they're all good guys, and we're delighted to have them be able to come in and pinch hit for me, if you will. So
you're lucky that you got such good coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking forward to that. Some things that I just think is very interesting is that I kept on having this romantic notion now in retrospect that somehow Ted Cruz was going to be able to pull it off, and I don't know if Kasich, ended up making it where it didn't happen. I know that
Rubio and Kasich did, yeah.
Yeah, those guys waited too late. Obviously, they were has-beens and limping along.
But Kasich's not out yet.
I know.
Yeah.
I meant Rubio is who I was referring to. And obviously, Kasich is not out as of the time we're talking. Maybe by the time I finish the paragraph, he'll be out.
Oh, no way, man.
But that guy, these guys have made it where one of two things are going to have to happen. And it's either one, Trump ends up getting the nomination, or two, they're going to do something that's going to just come across as completely smoke-filled roomish, if you will.
Right.
Even if it's done openly, people are going to say, how did that guy get the nomination? The GOP are a bunch of skunks, and they're immoral, and this is why we're going to support Donald Trump, regardless of what party he ran for.
Right.
Even if he ran as a Nazi, he'd probably get a significant amount of support.
Hey there, watch it. Yeah, you may be right.
Yeah. I don't know. His temperament, if not his policies, come across as very Nazi-esque.
Well, yes. But then again, so do Hillary's. So,
Yeah, well, that raises a good question. Who do you vote for if those are your two choices, Trump and Hillary? Well, I love your face.
Yeah, well, I've got allergies, but I'm allergic to this whole process, actually.
This topic is making me ill.
It is. This has been the most sickening, revolting process. This whole cycle has made me nauseated. I probably lose sleep over it. I don't even realize it because it's in my subconscious.
Yeah.
I just don't know, Kevin. I don't know. The answer, who would I vote for if it came down to Trump or Hillary? Myself.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
I saw an interesting interview on MSNBC where Gary Johnson now has 11% against Hillary and to Donald.
That's right.
And I think I will cast a vote for a future third party to be competitive and to make a difference. And do I agree with Gary Johnson, who's a friend of mine, by the way? I've interviewed him in the past, and I like him, and he's smart, and he was an amazing governor of New Mexico. But I have concerns about Gary Johnson's foreign policy. I got concerns certainly about his view of social issues. But guess what? He's not going to get elected. There's not enough votes there to get elected.
No.
It would be an investment vote, though, for a viable third party. And even if he was electable, he'd be better than the other two. He's sensible. He's responsible. He doesn't have anything criminal in his past. He was an outstanding governor. He would do extraordinary things.
What state was he the governor of?
New Mexico. And he won by one of the largest landslides. In fact, I think the largest landslide re-election of any governor in the history of New Mexico. And he's
Which is like 3,700 votes.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Remember where Bill Clinton came from.
Right. I know.
They're about the same population-wise. And so, he is, and he's one of a few governors that actually easily balanced the budget, and actually quantifiably lowered spending while governor. and did not raise taxes. In fact, cut taxes as well.
Right.
That's an extraordinary record. I could easily vote for Gary Johnson.
Yeah, and the truth is, in this election cycle, I mean, I'm waiting with bated breath to get to the Republican National Convention to see what happens. It's going to be quite a spectacle, I think.
Absolutely. Do you think that it's going to end up being a situation where it's going to be a brokered convention or open convention or one of the other many cliches? Whenever I say one, someone corrects me with another one of the terminology. The reality is that we haven't done it since 1948, so who knows what it's going to end up looking like. But what do you think?
The whole world is so different now that, the whole process with the delegates, or if you're a Democrat, with the super delegates,
which is
so off-putting.
Shows you how out of touch the Democrats are, and really how controlling the Democrats are, because these superdelegates are meant to do nothing but protect the Democrats' establishment. That's all they're designed to do.
But to a certain extent, so could the Republican delegates.
Yeah.
And just depending on, it really depends on the cycle. If we had a Ronald Reagan running right now,
oh boy,
then it wouldn't be the same thing. But
chills up and down my body.
Thanks, Chris Matthews. But I mean, seriously, we don't have that. We've got Donald Trump, we've got Ted Cruz, who as good as Ted can be in certain respects, he's no Ronald Reagan.
No,
he's no. He does not communicate with that ease. Most people kind of begrudgingly say that Ted Cruz is good at debating or whatever, but we just don't have anybody with that charisma of a Reagan. Well, luckily, neither do the Democrats. But in terms of what's going to happen at the convention, I think we are going to have some sort of a contested convention. It will go to multiple ballots. I think it's going to be a spectacle, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
It's going to be, for once, something worth watching.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. When we come back, we're going to have more for you. Do you want to remind you the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. And you are listening to The Price of Business.